What's up guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while. I apologize for the lack of uploads, but I'm going to show you what I've been working on, which is why I haven't been doing a lot of uploads, because yeah, I'm just going to show you what I've been working on. So I'm going to turn around the camera here. You can see this big green screen here. This is where I used to film all my videos. I had this long desk, which I'm now kind of redoing into a new workstation for my fingerboard company. But anyways, besides the point, I have, this is where I was editing. This is what I would do all my editing. And I have, my lights. I had two of those downstairs. You can see the little Pokemon. And then I had my green screen, and it was really tight in here. I'm gonna try to back up all the way so you can kind of see. Didn't have a lot of space. When I was filming, I would have the green screen set up like that. But when I was streaming, like the green screen would come even with this and go straight into the wall because I filmed with my webcam and my chair barely fit and I had to squeeze in around the corner, and it was just way too difficult, very tight. And the other reason I had this green screen is because you can see this big bed here. We didn't used to have this bed where I'd film my old videos. If you guys remember, like my very old videos, I had this as my backdrop. Some of you might remember that I added a new picture there, but you might recognize the shelf and like that picture. That was where I used to film. But once we got this bed, I couldn't really, film there. That's why we moved the desk along from this wall to this wall. And it just got really tight. And I wanted to build a new office, like a new streaming setup. So that's what I've been working on. Sorry, I'm moving the camera so long, but moving the camera so much, but let's go check out the new streaming / editing office room. So here is the new streaming room / editing office, whatever you want to call it. We have some decorations here. I know it's kind of dark in here. I have the lights, I have the hue lights set on like a relaxing setting, so it's kind of darker, but it will be brighter in the videos, I promise. I'm gonna get some shelves up here, which I'll put more decorations, more gamer. It'll have a more gamer feel. That's the whole point of this space. Got some acoustic panels on the ceiling to kind of absorb the echo. Got a standing desk so I can stand and stand while streaming, which I'm really excited to try out. And then I can also sit while I'm editing and just kind of switch back and forth if I'm getting tired from standing or sitting. Got a little custom keyboard that I built myself, my first time building a keyboard. Had to learn how to solder to do that. Got a new cable for it. But yeah, so here's the new setup. I'm gonna get my other light there. Got the microphone, the stream deck, a little 2-kilometer egg, which is actually a Yoshi egg, which, hold on, turns on. So yeah, I got the 2-kilometer, quote unquote, 2-kilometer egg. Just got some, Pokemon decorations, of course. Got some Animal Crossing decorations as well. Some Mario, some Tesla. It's hard to see there, but you can kind of see some of the stuff that I love, some books. But yeah, so I hope you guys like the new space. This will kind of be the angle you'll be seeing me from for the foreseeable future. And again, I'll have some more decorations. I think it'll look more gamery, and that's kind of the feel I was going for, the aesthetic I was going for. So that's what I've been working on. I had to paint the walls. Yeah, I did do a lot of work on this thing, and so that's why I've been kind of not uploading. So hope you guys can forgive me, and hope you guys like the new setup. And without further ado, let's just get back into the video. All right, so welcome back. I'm gonna be using my streaming setup, my streaming layout for this video, for the rest of this video, because it's a lot easier for me to illustrate these points. I'm gonna be pausing the video a lot, and it would just take hours and hours and hours to do it in Premiere Pro. So I'm just gonna do it on OBS, and hopefully it'll turn out okay. So let's just talk about the two videos that we're gonna look at. We're gonna look at one, which illustrates a point where you need to win switch advantage, where it's really critical to winning a game. And then in the second battle, we're gonna be looking at the dreaded over tap and where it can really hurt you and cost you a game, and where you really need to be careful with your tapping. And so even if you're someone who has hit rank 10 in the past, you could learn something from this video. So, and if you haven't really hit rank 10 or legend yet, I definitely think you could learn a lot from this video, even though it's just 2 examples. But let's just get into it and see what happens. So this battle was sent, shout out to Master Red 080, who has been on the leaderboard this season, so been doing very well. This is an example from this battle was from the Holiday Cup. You can see there a very, very bad lead for Vigoroth. So he switches into Alolan Marowak, which was his safe switch. Now you see there, he has Lapras on his team. So he really ideally wants to get Lapras lined up with this Altaria. So it's kind of interesting that the opponent is not switching out yet, but then they switch out here and they come in with a Obstagoon. Now, this is very bad for Marowak. So this is, you know, probably from a probability statistical standpoint, not looking good here, not gonna win this matchup. But the opponent makes a very crucial mistake of not shielding. Now, granted, it triple resist Ghost, so you definitely don't need to shield. Well, no one who knows the moves would throw Shadow Bone anyways. So he's just gonna keep throwing Bone Club. Now, the opponent, with the little damage that it does, he gets a little greedy and thinks that he can just keep tanking him, but underestimates the spamness of Bone Club. And so Marowak is going to throw another Bone Club. Again, this was, well, he wasn't throwing Shadow Bone, so this really didn't matter. This was before the Shadow Bone debuff. But you can see here, look at how close that matchup was. That Obstagoon probably thought it had that matchup in the bag, but just barely. I mean, look how close it was. And I don't know if this is a glitch or not. I've seen this happen before. Actually, no, you can see Fire Spin did do like more than half of that remaining damage. So that last Fire Spin was enough to knock it out. So it's very, very close. And so now what's going to happen, I'll play it at much faster speed now. The Altaria comes in, and now he can line up the Lapras to the Altaria, and this is going to be pretty much a good game from here. They switch into Lapras, he switches into Vigoroth, and this is one of those situations where, you know, you gotta try to win a switch advantage back at all costs when you lose the lead. A lot of times when you lose the lead, you're just a lot of times you're not going to win the game, but your best chance is just getting that switch advantage back, especially when you have a hard counter like an Ice type versus a Dragon type. Or like especially a Dragon flying type. So in this case, he really, really needed to win switch advantage. Luckily, his opponent got a little too greedy with the farming. Marowak resists those fighting moves and is able to get that switch advantage back. And then the Lapras is going to just be able to finish this off here. Let's go a little faster because we kind of already know what's going to happen. Uses the last shield on Sky Attack, and this is a Shadow Lapras, by the way, so very, very good. Gets the double Surf off, so very, very good game there. And so yeah, so that takes care of that one. Let's go into the second example here. Okay, shout out to Spock42. And we're gonna, unfortunately, this is an example where he loses, but he actually did have a 4-in-1 set with this team, with a Ludicolo team. So very, very good set. I wish I could have showed you the full set, but I was so swamped remodeling this office. I didn't get to it, so I apologize. But this battle, I just think it's a great learning opportunity for everybody. Even people who are very, very skilled might not know this. I personally didn't know this, but I'm sure, I mean, if you're like on the leaderboard, you might have known this already. But for everyone else like me, I think you can learn something from this video. So let's just get into it. Going against Shinarento 7. And gonna go against a Wigglytuff. Now this is not a good lead for the Ludicolo, but Ludicolo could probably get a shield by throwing an Ice Beam or an Energy Ball. And so he's just gonna elect to stay in. Gonna go for the Energy Ball, which does give a chance of like lowering their defense, I believe, and doesn't get it that time. So the Wigglytuff is just going to farm it down. Now here's where stuff starts to go wrong. Not like right now, but at the end of this matchup. So you're gonna see, because Fairy is resisted by the fire type, Marowak could pretty much comfortably farm down, but will have to expend one shield here. Got hit with that Play Rough, which did a little bit of chunk of damage, and all that charms. All of it was a little bit too much. So he had to burn one shield. But you can see 100 energy, already maxed out on energy, but you can see its health is getting dangerously low. So let's hit play here. Okay, now this is where this trainer makes a mistake. You see here on the screen he's tapping. You can see he's already tapping quick moves, right? He's spamming that quick moves. That's actually not what you want to do, because look up at the top right of the screen. You see it's a dark ghost type, which is most likely Sableye. Can't think of any other Pokemon it could be off the top of my head. but you see Sableye already gets a Shadow Claw in. And if you see the circle on the screen where this trainer tapped, he accidentally taps a quick move. So he fires off a Fire Spin, and because Fire Spin is a 3-turn move, he's not going to be able to fire off the charge move in time, and the Sableye, you can see there he's going for that quick move, and the Sableye knocks him out. So let's watch that really quick one more time so you can kind of see the mistake, and then we'll look at it on the PV poke just to see what happens. I mean, it happens really fast, but if you look again, so after he lost all that energy, he knew it was game over and he concedes the match. So let's just really quick look at PV poke. I have it right here. Pop it up on the screen. Okay, right below me. This is the simulations that illustrate what happens. So this dark circle here, the bold circle, is the tap, which you can see on the screen. And then when the Sableye comes in, let's fast forward a little bit. Okay, so that tap is, let's just say that's turn 1. So turn 1 is here, turn 2 is here, which is when the Shadow Claw damage gets registered. So let me fast forward it a little bit here. You can see right there, you can see on the Marowak's health, it takes a Shadow Claw damage, which takes more than half of its remaining health. So the thing that sucks about over tapping here is the damage from Fire Spin gets registered at the same time the Shadow Claw, the next Shadow Claw comes in, and then the damage from Shadow Claw, basically CMP ties with the tap that would have executed the charge move. Now, when that happens, the damage that registered wins that CMP. So it doesn't matter what the attack stat is. The damage being registered supersedes the activation of the charge move. So that tap that would have started the charge move, the damage that gets registered goes first, and so that Shadow Claw knocks it out. So had this been like a 3-turn move versus a 3-turn move, he would have probably gotten it off. But in this case, a 2-turn move versus a 3-turn move, the damage registered ties with the tap for the next turn, or the next quick move, or in this case, charge move, and it supersedes it. So this is what the trainer would have had to do. So right here, he would have had to stop tapping. And then when you see your circles come back up, like right here, once you see those circles come back, you would have had to tap here, and you would have taken that first Shadow Claw, but you would have been able to get off your charge move, and then the Sableye would have had to either shield or probably take 50% damage from that neutral hitting ghost move. In which case, maybe trainer could have won with that stun fisk, but in that case, the overtap cost him the game, and hopefully would be a great learning opportunity. After I watched this and after I analyzed this video, I was definitely a lot more careful with my own tapping when an opponent came in with a different Pokemon. And so I personally learned a lot from this battle, and hopefully you guys did too. And so if you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys had a very awesome holiday season and New Year's, even though a lot of it was probably much more, toned down than before, but I hope you guys still had a great one. And thank you guys again for watching. And if you want to tune into my Twitch stream tomorrow, I'm going to be doing another dual stream with Casual Coops, who is a YouTuber here on YouTube, obviously. But he's very, very fun to watch. And we're going to be doing a dual stream, so his battles will be on stream as well as my battles. Today it was just me battling it, but he was also there commentating. Definitely going to want to check that out. Twitch.tv/JRskatr. Link will be in the description down below if you just want to click on it. And yeah, so again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.